Let's head in the direction of that building, 1500. No more the Pinnacle. But it is a law firm, Rivera's law firm. We see certain things. That is of new. A lot of debris that's left out here on the sidewalk. I'm sure they'll come back and pick it up. But you see, they took down another big tree. And we know the next thing that they're going to do is, hopefully, to beautify the place, is get up some of those big stumps that are left in the ground. I'm sure they're going to do that. But you can see that it looks like they really want an open view. If you've seen the actual first photos, which you know MD had those, not only the first photos, but videos of the properties and how they first look, and how when we do come foot in action, Ghost City comes to an area, is to put the safety, God's protection. Even though we are looking for a building for I Am Sent Me, where we can call it our permanent home. If we aren't able to obtain the building, it's not like we're selfish. We put it out there. We let others see it as well. And we pray that, that the right owner will secure the land for vision's sake. You know what we're going to do right here? We're going to put up that sounding alarm right there. But nevertheless, if we didn't mention the date, it is May the 26th of 2024. 26 is always the original building day, because of the official building day, which is March the 26th of March the 26th of 1999. That is our official, that is the actual day that I Am Sent Me took on a body here in this beautiful sunshine state of Florida 25 years ago, as we come into the year 2024. But we come to properties, and my goodness, we have a list. And like we said, Florida, Orlando is not, when it comes to buildings, abandoned buildings, vacant buildings, Florida or Orlando area, well, there's no shortage there. Lots of abandoned buildings. Lots of vacant buildings. And I Am Sent Me is in pursuit of one of them. And you look around at the trees, beautiful trees. We said this from day one. What a beautiful, every time you look at it, the landscape is getting better and better and better. But just look, you can see, look at the trees now, just a little bit of, like we said, some love. You see some love coming to them. You see how they're, look at the trees. Just look at them. They really have brought out whereas before you couldn't even see that there was a building back here. And that's all truth. And now you can literally see there's a building. But why did we come down here on a day? Oh, look like they put in a door, but they can't be a door to actually the front. Looks like they've closed up even a lot of that window space to like one single door. Maybe they have something else coming, but we don't see that being like a single door there. We'll just have to see where they're going with that. I'm hoping they're going to do something fancy in that area. Just don't see that right there. It's like so we'll check on that and see where they're going with that. But it looks like we see one area that was actually a window that they've enlarged it to where it's going to be like a door. But as you can see, we can look upon, come close enough to see that the windows are in. We gave it some time. It wasn't in as promised, but we come again, and a month later, we can see that the windows are in. Plain windows, look like storm windows. We're just walking around to see if the windows are in the entire building, other than that one area that looks like they're going to make a door entrance out of that area. But from what I can see, what his servant can see right now, is all the windows are in. We don't know if they're like windows that can go up from the inside. From what we're seeing right now, they don't look or appear to be. They don't appear to be those kind of windows. I'd have to really like get up close, and well, we're not about to make that walk through that grass there, but they look like windows that are just secure windows, like looks like they're getting into that plumbing, because from what I spoke to, when I did speak to Jose from before, some while ago, he had said that the plumbing hadn't been turned on in this building for over 10 years, so you could almost like get somewhat of an idea. I'm hoping they just don't look like windows that you can put up. So when they secure it, it's secured. Interesting. But today, again, is May the 26th of 2024. I'm at that what used to be the 1500, the Pentacle. It was once used as a financial corporation. Now it's gone from medical to a law firm. Looks like they cut down another tree. Look like they're putting up some sprinklers. Okay, we see that. We see that happening right there. I'm telling you, there's so much. When you look on this particular building, this building has, and it's not so much a building that we're looking for, or I Am Sydney is looking for a building that has potential. It's a building that's established. And when we say that, well, Mother, what you mean? We talk about a building that's established. If you're not going to build it your own, is you have to see the ones that have weathered certain storms. You know, Hurricane Charlie, Irma, those kind of storms, and see if they're still standing. You see up there where they took the 1500 down, but it's still, they might have moved it from there to over here. That's what they did. They didn't remove it. It looks like they moved it from there, to the front of the building. That's the second time his servant stumbled while at this building. I'm going to hook up the first video. run that sound and alarm right there too as well. But we're going to show you, put a video there right in this one particular area too, where we were before the actual sound and alarm. We'll come back and we'll take care of it where we were going with that one area, in that one area right there. Don't particularly care too much. I'm just being honest. MD gonna tell the truth. Y'all don't want me to tell the truth. Not too interested in those windows. I'm getting up close. I don't see. So they just like their permanent windows, unless they're just certain windows. I'm just gonna tap on it. Yeah, look like they're permanent windows, not something that you can like open and close kind of thing. I see all the new, like the vents and AC and all of that. I see definitely a lot of things to open up the actual building. But you know, they, like we said before, from day one, they would have had to gut this building out, and it looks like that's exactly what Jose and all is doing. You can see the camera up there. Looks like they have them around the building. I see one over there as well. Looks like they're putting up good surveillance. That's really good. We'll see. We'll come back to that area where we were about to go somewhere out in the wind and got snatched suddenly right back. Yeah, we'll see where they're going with this. Looks like storm is in the air. But that's what when we're looking at all the buildings that we've looked at, like we said, Florida or Orlando is neither barren or short of buildings. Plenty of abandoned buildings in these areas, especially Florida. And we pray for the right owners with vision to get a hold of it, that come in areas to transform areas, change areas, make them better places, that crime go down and all kind of things. These are the things you want to consider, bringing back safe neighborhoods, those kind of things. Not just a big old building sitting there with a little bit of activity in it and just open everything up and everyone in the community and nearby to crime and all kinds of spirits that can come in. I can see that they've been up on that roof. I can see the top of it. They put a new roof on it. You can see by the seal and all that they've put around that wasn't there before. Maybe we need to go back and get that area as well. But you can see that they've been up on the roof, and they did put that new roof in, and you can see how they sealed it. Can't really see if it's all, hopefully not all 10, but you can see that up there. See the silver strip that goes around the top of that. See it all the way over there as well. But when MD, you hear his servant talk about the home, be able to put those small little 4 words on a building, I am sent me. To put that up on a building, I'm looking over there. We'll come back. I'm looking over there. I see there how that number ends with 88. all them 8s, 5, 7, 8, you know, 8, 8, 8, 8. Right over there, you see that over there. Cuban sandwich to go. Got the star, you know how MD is about them stars. But when we look, the eye that his servant has been blessed to have, we'll know that building is so special. We've gathered so much light that we didn't have before. Because you can just move in a building and you can, you know, go in there and you all have a building and you can function like you have a building. But it takes a lot to take care of a building and keep it. We're talking maintenance, keep maintenance up on a building and all the safety precaution and, you know, making sure the building is being utilized and exercised to the fullest, the maximum. You see, not just like we said before, a service on a Tuesday or a service on a Wednesday night, and then maybe 5 services on a Sunday utilized. 7 days a week. We'll often look at some of the leadership throughout the world, not just in Orlando, Florida. You remember that his servant has traveled this world, this country, and all. We've traveled many places. And in doing so, you can see some of the most, you know, well-known preachers. And they have a whole staff. And they have maybe, some could have up to 10 to 15, maybe more preachers. Pulpit, that's what they call it, full. So there's no reason why a service or some function can't be utilized 7 days a week. Then to see all of them pack out a pulpit on a Sunday and all when there's 7 days in a week. And each and every one of them could be blessed and even can pay tribute from that. MD just saying it, sir. I'm just telling you. But nevertheless, we see how that is and how that goes. But the perfect building for a servant that we've gathered from some real nice buildings such as this one and 709 Edgewater Drive, which is really a street across and up the way. And within maybe a 15 to 20 minute drive, depending on how you drive. But hear us well. Signs are important. Hear us well. That particular building, and if you haven't seen that 18-wheeler, look at this. It's unhitched right now. Let me go over here. But we'll put it up on the wall. We may even put it right while we're talking about it, right while we see it. And we're looking upon it in the place of the Spirit, and all of a sudden just took us to that moment. But if you haven't seen that 18-wheeler and all, we're going to link it right about here as well, how we're going to do that 18-wheeler and all. I remember one man come to a meeting. At this time, we're actually into the services. MD is preaching really at that moment. It's during the times of I must build him a storehouse. And it was just that one night, $11. Never forget it. That's all it was. That night, $11 night. And this person come and he sold that $11 seed, and the next thing I know, he was pulling up to that same 309 South Hart Boulevard, talking about how he had been gifted an 18-wheeler. And we've seen him be blessed with so many vehicles that we had to tell him, you know, you come here to get the blessing and to receive guidance and instruction, but I've seen you get vehicle after vehicle, and you didn't even for once. Mother would you like to have a van? Or I'm talking vans, I'm talking 18-wheeler, I'm talking truck. I'm talking about all this and connected to some of the most well-known folks that we can call up in the city. point that, you know, we had to like, okay, at one point, you know what it's all about. When it's all about one person and their vision and they don't see your vision, that's where you have to draw the line. Because those with visions ought to connect with those that have visions with no strings attached. Even if the vision you're attached to might be more powerful. But we'll link that here about how we saw the 18-wheeler. You know how MD is over these 18-wheelers, because my father, all the years he drove one of those 18-wheelers to be so little, a little short man in one of those big old long trailers, but he knew how to handle one. But when we talk of a building, when we talk of a building, we describe the building from what we've seen and learned from this building and 709 Edgewater Drive is that we're not sure about this one here. I'll ask Jose about it and see if it is. But the building there at 709, having been the caretaker for 11 months plus there, and guarding that building all the way up until the original owners come back to the building, watching over it and all. That is a residential commercial. That's what it would have to be for a servant. It can't be no other way. That's the perfect building for a servant, is that it is a residential and commercial building. That is the perfect building for I Am Sitting Here. Not just a commercial building, but a residential commercial. It is zoned for the both of them. And those that get within an arm reach and a hug of a servant, they know that's the double is upon us. All right. So we just basically come down here to check on those windows. Look like one of those windows is minus one window, and look like they're going to make that into a door. We're going to see like the main entrance that they're gonna like literally just I believe it before was like a double door, something like that. But we're going to see if it's going to become like that single door entrance. And you know, when I'm looking into the front, we have to look at it because it looks like it's three entrances. You can look way over there, you can see there's a door over there, so maybe three doors in the front. There's two doors on the side, one on this side and one on that side, so there's like 5 doors already. So we have to see where he's taking that, and all look like all new AC. That's still over there, but looks like he's gutting it out pretty well. So hopefully you're getting in the fresh air, not the stale and mold and mildew kind of thing, and we'll see. I haven't seen any carpet come out. We could have missed those days, but we'll see if the flooring is different. We have the original, like what it looked like before all this and all, and we'll come back on that. Interested also to see if the colors remain the same. We'll be looking at that in a few months coming up, and we'll go from there. How about that? So far, so good. Just a few other things, but like we said, this is where we're going with that. Is so much you can do with this, with buildings like this, and like we said, we're not looking for a building with potential. That building would have to be established. We got a little bit into that, and then we were whisked off and had to come right back and all, and share with you about where we see and what we see as an established building, especially if you're not going to build it from the ground up. And some of these buildings that just wasn't put up by fly-by-night in less than 6 months, they're good buildings that have been here. This building has been here as long as this servant has been here in Florida, and longer. The building there at 709 Edgewater Drive, Edgewater, right there. Let's go back. Let's do a little history on that building. The front of it, the actual church part of it, was built in 1929, which is the year my father was born, and then the additive of the part in which you saw his servants stay in that area, that was later built in 1950. And so you can see, do the math. That building has been, and then what's so powerful about that building that I'm almost certain this one doesn't have, is that one had a, we just had it at the tip of our tongue, a basement. And we had one house, my dad had one house with a basement in it, and you would be surprised, the benefits of having buildings that have a basement in it. But this building is a building of potential as well. It's a building of potential. It could go a long ways. If we would tell you what we would do with this building, and we see certain things that have come on, and like we said, I'm a little bit not too into the windows. I was expecting something different, but that's what he put in there. That's what he put on there, and all. Unless they open like in a way MD have never seen. Things now is so, they don't really care too much for those kind of windows. If those are the kind of windows that just like everything is so sealed, and you just gonna have to run that AC all the time. So I don't know. MD just talking right about now, and I don't know. But it's interesting to find out. So I'm definitely going to be back again next month, see where they're going with these windows and doors, and hopefully we can get inside for a tour very soon. That's my interest, pushing for that, to get inside to see what's really going on the inside of that building. That being said, I'm High Servant Mother Doris, founder of I Am Sent Me, builder of the signature storehouse, carrier of the blessing of promise. Today is May the 26th of 2024. It is an original building day, official building day, which is the actual day that I Am Sent Me took on a body here in the state of Florida, is on March the 26th of 1999. So until we come back again on next building day, of course, we do have other building days. We have day 6, day 13. We have day 23, we have day 26, and we also have day 30. I'm telling you, it's a lot in this one area. This is actually a beautiful area, and all. Those are our original, and if you don't know about the additional, they're up on the wall, but like we said, it's up to you to pursue. Well, until then, this is a scheduled live, so until then, you know where we go, how we go out. We go out with just 2 words, and that is no more.